I'm so old school. I am at the car wash. I know that, I know you fancy and you go get it detailed. I do too on occasion, but I do like the car wash. I don't know why. But anyway, in the last Career Car Chronicles, we talked about um, your purpose and not having to start from scratch to and using your skills and what your experience and what you have now to move forward and to go to the next level in your career. And I wanted to touch on this purpose and finding your purpose from my point of view. We are all multifaceted human beings, so much so that we have a lot of different passions and a lot of different things that we are passionate about and that we love to do, right? And so, one of the things that I'm really passionate about is fitness and exercising. So much so that one of the businesses that I had was as a fitness instructor. And I owned a business where what is he doing? I owned a business where I would go into office buildings and I would teach fitness classes. I was also a fitness instructor at LA Fitness as well as some private gyms here in Atlanta. And like I said, I was very passionate and still am passionate about fitness. But what I learned from that was that when I started the fitness company and I would go into these different office buildings, I had what I called a sunrise yoga class, and I did at noon sometimes I would do yoga, sometimes I would do abs, because I knew that the tenants of the building would have to go back to work, so I didn't want them to get too sweaty. And then at night we turn up, we do kickboxing, we do I had boot camps and all kind of stuff, right? But what I recognized and what I realized, I should say, is that sometimes I wanted to sleep in. I didn't want to get up and be there for all the tenants who had to start work at 8. I had to get them in and out of class by 6:30, right? Maybe I wanted to sleep in, and even at noon maybe I didn't feel like going. And then I grew, right? I had several different buildings throughout Atlanta, and I hired some 1099 contractors from the people that I knew when I worked at LA Fitness. And back then it was actually Bally's, if y'all remember that. And I just knew them, and so I had hired them as 1099 contractors. And what would happen is, if they couldn't make it, I would have to go and fill in. And what I realized is that this passion, although I was passionate about fitness, I wasn't passionate about having to leave Norcross to go all the way to Decatur. If you know anything about Atlanta, especially in traffic, that would take me an hour and a half. So I would have members waiting and upset because they were ready to go home, and if they had paid, and like all of that what had happened, all of that happened, and I recognized that you can have a passion and be passionate about something, but if there are constraints that are also aligned with that passion, you may not be as passionate about it as you thought, right? I still love fitness. Sometimes you'll see in my stories where I do this hot cycling class. I love fitness. Every day I'm working out. I just love it. But I'm not as passionate about it, or I know now that that is not my purpose because of the constraints. And in another video, I'll go through the different. I wouldn't say it's a framework, but it's a different. I don't know what to call it. I'll figure out a word for it. But I teach this to my private clients, and how to tap into your purpose. And so I just want you to walk away from this video thinking about, one, your purpose is not an external motivator. It's not something you go after and you look around and saying, where is it? Where is it? It's in here. Two, it's okay to be passionate about a lot of different things. And I guess the third and final thing, and the most important, is that your purpose, your calling, is on the inside. Now, if you want to get some guidance in tapping into your purpose, this is something I'm really, really passionate about, and I love helping people with this. So you can click the link in my bio, schedule some time with me, and we can talk through this. All right, Let me know if this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next